Good evening. How are you doing? I just have a very quick tip to share. Oh, my internet's going slow. Nah, should be good. Um, I have a very quick tip to share, but I'm confident that this is going to save you money if you apply it, okay? So the tip is if you are not already tracking your monthly and yearly business expenses, you should create a tracking spreadsheet this week, okay? You will most likely be surprised by the amount of money that you're spending on tools, applications, memberships, software, coaching, mentoring, the whole shebang, right? We tend to forget how much money we spend every month and also yearly for yearly subscriptions on the tools that we need for the business. And it's very easy to overlook them. And there's a danger in that because we become unrealistic about how much money we're actually spending. And we're kind of seeing, the pink clouds, and we feel like everything is okay. And then when we actually add up all the expenses, we realize that we're spending way above what we thought we were spending in the first place. So if you're not already doing that, set yourself up a tracking sheet. You can do that in Google Docs, a spreadsheet, a free spreadsheet. And you look at all your credit card expenses related to your business that are coming in every month. And you also look at your PayPal subscriptions monthly. You look at your yearly subscriptions for things like Vimeo and what else let me see here, for example, domain names, right? Your domain names that they have to be renewed once a year. And we tend to forget about that, right? Things like LastPass and Dropbox and membership plugins if you're using WordPress. All of this stuff costs money. And if you're not respecting the money by actually highlighting how much you're spending of it, then you can't realistically understand how money works for you or against you. In order to be able to curb your spending, you need to first know and understand how much money you spend consistently. And that's something that we tend to avoid because unless we're into numbers and we're kind of getting geeked out on that, it's not something that we look forward to doing, but it is something that you need to do if you want to save money and make more money and grow your money. Now, this is a lesson that I had to learn because I am not a fan of tracking my numbers, my money, but I'm lucky enough that my husband is, so he geeks out on all of that stuff. And by doing so, I get a really good understanding, and it's actually a realistic snapshot of where my business is at any one time, opposed to like the money I'm making and the money I'm spending. And if you're spending more than you're making, then you're in trouble. So it is really important that you understand how much money you're spending as much as you're making. And we've actually we've done that in the past. Whenever we made a sale, we used to ring a little bell. I heard about this on a convention years ago, and I found it really cool. But the other thing that I've did is, and I've stopped doing, but I will do again, is I've got a little Buddha, and it usually sits on the edge of my laptop. And every time I make a sale, I rub the Buddha's tummy and I give it a little kiss as kind of like a show of gratitude. And this is really important because what you celebrate and what you pay attention to usually multiplies. You get more of that. You think about if you're thinking negative thoughts and you're unhappy, usually what happens is you attract negative things and negative people to you because you're in that energetic space. So if you're grateful for the money that comes into your life and you celebrate each cent that you're making, that you're earning, that you're gifted, that you find, then you will automatically find that money starts growing in your life. You get more of it, you'll start to attract more. And when you start tracking the money that you're spending, you'll actually become more aware of where you could curb some of that spending. It's not just in business, it's also in everyday life, like going out for expensive meals. My husband and I, we used to go and have expensive meals once a week. And you order a meal for two, you have a couple of drinks, and $100 are gone, right? And the service is usually below average, and then you have to ask yourself, is it worth that money? No, in most cases it's not. So we have stopped doing that, and what we do instead is we go for coffee regularly. We do coffee dates and coffee outings, and if we know there's a good coffee shop where we are, then that's our little luxury of going out. And then the money that we save, not dining out for the sake of dining out, we then invest that money when we go on a cruise or when we go on a holiday in Europe, because Europe is very expensive. So the money that we save, we can invest into going out with our friends and actually having an amazing time with people that we love hanging out with. So I wanted to share this. Start tracking your money in, money out, for business, but also privately if you're not doing that. It's pretty amazing what happens, like the amount of awareness that you find when you start doing that. Let me know, are you tracking your money right now? Yeah, thank you. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a great day wherever you are, and thank you so much for watching.